Good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. Welcome to the first ever JA Fellows Virtual Award Ceremony. My name is Martha Rios, Director of Entrepreneurship at Junior Achievement of South Florida. Needless to say, this year has taught us to be more resilient and innovative than ever before. We are extremely proud of our more than 600 high school students, their lead teachers and mentors, for quickly pivoting to a virtual learning environment in order to complete their JA Fellows Company program. This program allows high schoolers to create real small businesses from the conception of a product or service to the liquidation of their companies. Our award ceremony today consists of various live events and a few pre-recorded events. Should we have any technical difficulties, remember we will upload the entire ceremony to our YouTube channel. Friendly reminder, you have until 10:30 a.m. to vote for your favorite commercial and support the student company's charity of choice. And now, let the fun begin. I am pleased to introduce your Master of Ceremony for today. He is local Channel 10 news anchor. Please help me welcome.
Hey guys, Eric Yutzi with Local 10. Thank you so much for having me and the opportunity to be a part of the first ever virtual award ceremony for the JA Fellows Company Program Award. I mean, what an opportunity for all those young people. You work so hard. You put in a lot of energy, a lot of creation and intuition to create these companies and to present them to the judges. And today, we'll find out who the three big winners are. That is coming up in just a couple of minutes. They have reached those decisions. And so really all your hard work is about to pay off. We'll find out about that in just a second. But every single one of these young men and women put in a whole lot of work. They learned, they achieved as individuals, and certainly they worked together and achieved as a team. So congratulations in and of itself for all that hard work you put in. Now, before we begin this program, we got to thank the sponsors that made it all possible. Citrex, the Florida Panthers, United Way of Broward County, PNC, SunTrust, Achievement Foundation, Broward College, the City of Pompano Beach, Nova Southeastern University, Broward College, and Deloitte. Okay, so before we begin this award ceremony, we want you to vote for the JA Fellows Commercial People Choice Award. Still a few minutes left to vote, so get on there and make sure your voice is heard. Now let's introduce the president of Junior Achievement of South Florida. Give it up, make some noise for the one and only, the great Lori Salarulo.
Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate that warm welcome and thank you for being here this morning. This is so exciting to be able to do this virtually. We're all getting to use this new technology. I want to first, of course, congratulate our students. What an amazing experience and what a great job you have done this year, even with all the obstacles that we have had placed in our way. And so thank you for your commitment to this. Thank you, as you remember at our mid-year boot camp, I said, thank you for staying the course. And then, of course, from our original retreat, thank you so much for being all in. And so all in, staying the course, and look where we got. We're at the finale today. I just want to say thank you again to our teachers, our mentors, our volunteers, our sponsors. We can't do this without you. And of course, I must mention the amazing, the fabulous, the one and only JA of South Florida Fellows team, led by Martha Rios and Jill, Debbie, Bobby, and Chris. Without them, today would not have been possible. And Martha, thank you so much for supporting our students throughout the year. And so today's message, after all in and stay the course, is rise up. You have been given an amazing opportunity to learn how to run businesses, start businesses, and we hope that you will take this opportunity to rise up and stand out amongst the rest. And so we wish you the best of luck. We hope that you will take all of these principles and the education and the knowledge and the experience that you have received through this program, and that you will take that and rise up. We're so proud of you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our video, JA Fellows Journey to Success.
I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who supported JA and JA Fellows and let us have this great opportunity to, be in this program.
Thank you, Mr. Bayes, for everything you did for us and for teaching us the right way to run a business.
I would like to thank our volunteer inside the classroom and within the business for giving us even more insight into how to run one.
Thank you to our JA fellow supporters, and especially thank you to JA and our advisors and teachers who are able to help guide us through this experience.
We just wanted to thank all of our sponsors and our volunteers like Mr. Fino and our amazing teacher, Ms. Gigliotti and Ms. Rios.
At NSU University School, we'd love to thank our amazing mentors and sponsors, Ms. Martin, Ms. Avajanette, and Ms. Houston. We wouldn't have been able to do any of this without you guys and your endless support.
From O3 Apparel, we just want to thank all of the sponsors for the JA Fellows program for giving us this opportunity to really create a business and learn what it's like to be an entrepreneur throughout high school.
We also would like to thank our teacher, Ms. Magaletti, for always being there for us and being very supportive in our business.
Thank you for making all this possible. It was a great experience that has taught us many valuable lessons. Thank you.
I absolutely loved our JA Fellows Journey to Success video. It warms my heart to see our high schoolers grow from young people to budding entrepreneurs. And now, next in our agenda, we will have our keynote panel hosted by our JA of South Florida President, Lori Salarulo. Help me welcome our keynote panel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the JA Fellows Keynote Panel. Our fellow students have been working on building their companies for the last 8 months. And so they have come across all kinds of challenges that I'm sure our two guests today will talk a little bit about how to lead your company through tough times, whether it's a crisis like this or any other tough time in your company. And I am so proud today to be hosting this panel with two amazing guests. One of them, a longtime friend of mine, Mr. Alex Price, who's the National Director of Community Investment at Office Depot. And I have to tell you, he is just one of the most passionate, energetic people I have ever met in my life. And I thought I was passionate and energetic, but Alex has got me beat. And there could not be a better position for you, my friend, than what you are doing and how you have activated the volunteers and the forces from Office Depot. So kudos to you. And we're going to hear, I know, a little bit about that. And our other guest is someone who comes from the sports world, which I love. And he is Randy Muller, is the VP of Broadcasting and Alumni with the Florida Panthers. Go Cats. And he's also the TV color analyst for Fox Sports Florida. That's a mouthful. So I'm going to bring you all into this platform so I can see your faces a little better. So I thought one we might start with, and Randy, I'll start with you, is for you to just share with our students and our watchers a little bit about your current role with the Florida Panthers with Fox Sports. How did you get there, right? Maybe a couple of points along the way that got you to where you are. And by the way, Randy has a great broadcast voice. I love it. From the second I heard your voice, I was like, makes sense.
Well, thank you very much. And thanks for having me on this panel. My voyage to where I am sitting here now is a little unique. I was born and raised in Western Canada. And as you probably know, we have 2 seasons there. We've got winter and we've got July. So most of the kids there play winter sports, whether it's skiing or, in my case, hockey. And so I grew up playing hockey, and I was fortunate enough to develop enough to get drafted at 18 years old in the National Hockey League. I ended up playing 13 years for Quebec, the Rangers, Buffalo, and I retired down here, played my last season in the NHL with the Florida Panthers. Now, some of you might remember the Florida Panthers were born down here in South Florida in 1993-94, and I played the 94-95 season. And after that, I retired, and I always had interest in the sports business world and also broadcasting. So it was fairly seamless for me after I had my playing career to go into broadcasting, and I've been there ever since. I'm very proud, and I love to tell people, because I am so proud and so passionate for the Florida Panthers and the game of hockey down here in South Florida. I'm the longest tenured employee of the Florida Panthers, over 25 years.
Alex is going to have a similar theme at some point about those transferable skills, right, that take you from one thing into something else. You happen to stay in the sports world, but there were obviously some skill sets that you had that took you right from one place in that business to another. And so, Alex, would you do the same? Would you share with us a little bit about your current role and how you got to this, your path?
Sure, but my voice won't be nearly as awesome as Randy's. You
sound great.
I'm working on it. So thank you for having Randy. It's awesome to be connected with you here, and Lori, you know, I'll follow you anywhere, especially in leadership of JA and the incredible work you do to prepare our youth for their futures in really, really tangible ways. So I'm a Florida kid, born and raised, Florida State guy by my undergrad, and I did my work there was in communication, and actually spent a couple years, my final years there, in documentary film and storytelling. Kind of thought my whole career would be doing that in the advertising world up in New York City. Figured that'll be my track, and I'll do that for 30 or 40 years, and moved up to New York City, got a job at one of the big ad agencies, thought this will be sort of my thing, you know, selling deodorant and toothbrushes and things like that. Like a lot of people in life, you kind of sometimes have a little moment that kind of everything changes on a dime. I lost my best friend, and he was very young at that moment as I was starting out in that career. And it was that wake up moment that was kind of like, hey, I want to live a more purposeful life. I needed to pivot. I needed to find something in my day job life that was going to kind of, kind of speak to that, the need to kind of spend my days in a purposeful way, knowing that we don't know how many we have. And so what I did was I ended up kind of diverting kind of all my attention to the nonprofit world, started a nonprofit in New York with my roommates, quit my job an ad agency, and began working for the school district there in New York City. So it was kind of like I had this whole thing planned, and then something kind of changed my whole perspective, and that whole plan went out the door and began chasing a new path. Eventually, because I met an awesome girl down there that was a South Florida girl, she brought me back down to Florida, and that's when I began my corporate philanthropy career here. I was able to kind of bring the storytelling part from my education and early job work and bring the cause element and bring those two things together, and spent now 3 wonderful years at Office Depot. Yeah, like you said, I think two things: when you bring things from past lives and past educational experiences, become very relevant, but sometimes in a ways you'd never expect.
I think we're going through some really interesting times. I hate to use the word challenging, even though sometimes they are, but I also think that with every challenge, there's opportunity. And I choose to believe that and face each day to say, what am I supposed to learn through this? And so my question to you, and Alex, I'll start with you again. How are you leading and motivating and inspiring these people through this time that we're going through today?
I remember it was in December with my department, or the Community Investment Philanthropy Department at Office Depot. We had this big offsite retreat. 2020 was going to be the year where we were going to do all these things, and we mapped it out, and we had a PowerPoint that described all 12 months and all these things. And it was like, great, we've kind of done all the planning. Now we just execute it. The year, we pretty much know exactly how it will go. We got the dollars, we got the plans, and it was like, wow, boy, we just did this right. We're kind of on autopilot. This would be fantastic. And wow, I think back and I'm like, it was a throw that what was a pretty good plan completely aside when the world really changed on a dime somewhere in February. I'll say from a personal side, there were some weeks where I really struggled. I'm a people guy. I love going to the office. I love going to the events. I love going to your events. And I went through just a time where I was pretty blue for a while. Those initial weeks, faking it, but really having a difficult time generating that energy inside. But knowing you need to do a couple things. One, we needed to be really okay with putting that plan that we were so emotionally invested with, not just on pause, but really kind of like that was no longer going to be relevant now. And decisions we were going to make towards dollars and programs, we needed to really emotionally detach from our plans and to pivot our programs, but also needed to pivot my mindset. And I needed to kind of go through my own process there. At the same time, as a leader, knowing I needed to kind of project positivity, because all this can be very contagious. People are already going through so much heaviness emotionally in leadership and management. Yeah, that added burden of knowing that kind of your demeanor and what you bring, how you show up is really going to impact others. And so even when I'm going through my own sort of emotional struggles of the changing world, knowing I needed to show up at least at work and with my own family, projecting the best I could in terms of positivity, but also being real with them and saying, hey, I don't know exactly what this future looks like. No one does. Not to project false kind of knowledge or confidence, being transparent enough to say to my team, and I don't know what we don't know. I'm going to share everything that I know as I learn it from management and from the outside, and just saying, hey, this is a year. We don't know, perhaps next year, and we don't know what the following years will be, but this year is really going to be about supporting our community and our partners, keeping our commitments to them, but in a way that specifically speaks to how they're hurting in this new environment.
I love the part of the authenticity. As leaders, sometimes we don't want them to think we're scared or vulnerable or any of that. But I think I'm so open with my team. I tell them we're going day by day sometimes, and being authentic with them, but showing up at least positively and giving them hope, right? And then communication, of course, so important. Randy, what are the Panthers, with the alumni, how are you all leading through this crisis?
You talk about things pivoting and going in different directions. It was the middle of March. I was with the team. We had just played in St. Louis. We broadcast the game. The team won. We flew to Dallas. We had a day off in Dallas. And all of a sudden, within days of this horrible virus that was capturing our country and the world, you talk about how quick. I remember being on a conference call. I got up the one morning. It was that Thursday morning, preparing to broadcast the game. And the game was supposed to be at 7:00 that night. And it was canceled. The season was postponed. And the team, including us broadcasters, were on a plane at 3:00 back to South Florida. So we were going from looking at camera angles and storylines for the game at a meeting at 9:30 in the morning to me having a conference call at 10:30, and we're on the plane at 3:00 going back home, and the season is postponed. You talk about having to face adversity. But very quickly, and our organization is a lot like Alex's in that we're very community involved. We had lots of conference calls, leadership, the executive team that runs the Florida Panthers and the BB&T Center. Okay, we're on pause right now. What are we going to do? So we prioritized making sure we kept in contact, in touch points with our fans and our partners in our business, number one. But more importantly, number two was we started developing plans how we can, in our own way, be able to help our community during this crisis. And we've done numerous things behind the scenes. We've offered our building. We've offered some of the assets that we have. All of our plans, kind of just like Alex said, all of a sudden just was pushed off to the side. Leadership is the key to all of this. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a leader of your company. It doesn't have to be a leader of your team. Leadership is a combination of confidence, work ethic, communication, and experience. And that's where leadership comes. And I think in these trying times right now, it doesn't matter how old you are or what background you come from or what position you're in right now. What we all have to seek is inner leadership in order to get through this, not only emotionally, but physically. This really gave us an opportunity to take a step back and really analyze our business and what we do as a business and as a community partner. And where do we want to come out of this? And where do we want to be in 6 months to a year? If that's one positive that you can take out of this crisis, is it's given everybody a chance to reflect and also to plan ahead on really what are the important things.
Randy, I'll start with you. What is the main ingredient to your success as a leader that you would share with these students and with others?
If I was talking to myself as a 17-year-old, I would say to myself that we're all individuals. And I think the biggest thing is to develop your own personality and have the confidence and the knowledge and use the classes and the education that is provided for you, that is reachable for you, and how you can make a difference in this world. Set goals and how you go about achieving those goals using the assets that you have, and expand your knowledge, learn new skills as you go through. That's how you develop the confidence to be a leader, and a leader in yourself and what you can contribute to the community and the business that you're a part of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. Alex.
I knew you might ask this, so I gave it some thought, and was really one, especially as students. I know many of these students will be going on to post-secondary education and other vocational opportunities, and a whole new world's opening up for them. And one of the things that I would encourage each of our listeners to consider is to taking on responsibilities that they would reflect on right now and say that's above my level. That's above my pay grade at this time. That leadership position, that role that I could volunteer for, or that position that I could apply for, that is out of my reach. Go for that thing that's the one level above where you think you are. And don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to succeed either. You will surprise yourself on how you can rise to certain levels. Growth, for better or for worse, only happens when you're uncomfortable. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish we could have our greatest moments of growth in our lives during those really comfortable times. It just doesn't seem to work that way. It might take a global crisis like the one we're in, or literally taking on a job or volunteer role that would be for someone you think is 5 years more experienced, and you'll be stretched, you'll be uncomfortable, you'll grow, and you'll come out stronger on the other end. Always be the ultimate student. Sometimes there's a tendency not to want to ask questions, not to want to put yourself in the position of soaking up and being a humble student. So don't be afraid to do that throughout your life, because by not doing it, you're going to shut yourself off to so many great opportunities. That's what can get you to the next level, is saying, hey, I don't know as much about this. You all do. Teach me. I want to sort of learn underneath you.
Every morning I get a quote. And so, Alex, you just hit on something. So this morning's quote was, hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
C.S. Lewis. And
C.S.
so,
Lewis.
to your
Yeah.
point, right? This is when we learn the most about ourselves, about our companies, about our teammates, about our friends, our family. And so for those young people watching, take this opportunity to learn and grow. I can't thank you both enough. I mean, I wish I had the opportunity to hear from people like you, amazing leaders, amazing community advocates, and just, confident. And like you said, knowing that there are going to be challenges and getting out of your comfort zone. I wish I had heard that when I was 17 years old, and finding mentors like you. And so I'm so thrilled that Junior Keyman can bring people like you to our students and give them the opportunity to learn from you. I hope, if you don't mind, I would love to be able to share your contact information so that if a student would like to reach out, they can. And I hope that one day soon we'll be able to bring you to our students live next year.
Me too.
When we
One
get back,
day.
so that they can meet you in person.
I was there this last year and I was on the campus and talked to the kids and that I really enjoyed it. It was very, very impressive. As I said, I wish that there was something like that when I was 15, 16, 17 years old to see, and how you built your little town and all the businesses and everything. I was very, very impressed, and I'd love to come back again and address the students.
Love to have you. And by the way, these students, all of our high school students, have been through 8 months of training right? Learning those career skills, those critical skills that make them marketable and valuable, right, in any position or any company. And so at the end of these programs, we put kids into internships.
We know they are go-getters and they're set up for success.
Well, thank you. So thank you both, and please stay well. Take care of yourselves, your families, your teammates, and thank you for taking care of the community.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone.
What an esteemed panel. Thank you, Alex and Randy, for your insights. And now I am pleased to introduce two outstanding JA Fellows alum. They will help us announce two awards. One of them is the JA Fellows Senior Scholarship Award, and the next one is the Outstanding Young Business Person Award. Please help me welcome Ms. Zadie Ferron and Mr. Giovanni Brooks.
What an interesting panel that was. Hello, everyone. My name is Zadie Ferron, and I'm a JA Fellows alum and a current JA ambassador.
Hello, everyone. I'm Giovanni Brooks, and I am also a JA Fellows alum, as well as the Senior Scholarship Award winner for the year 2018.
We're thrilled to present 3 awards today, 2 of them being the JA Fellows Senior Scholarships and the other being the Outstanding Young Business Person Award.
Firstly, thank you to the generosity of our supporters. We have 2 JA Fellows Senior Scholarships for $500 each. Each JA Fellow Senior had the opportunity to apply if they were enrolled in an accredited university or college for the fall and a minimum GPA of 3.0. And the winners of the JA Fellows Senior Scholarships Awards are Sophia Borzio and Leah Goldberg.
The Outstanding Young Business Person is a JA Fellow student who embraces opportunity and entrepreneurship, has a clear desire to grow, and engages in innovative thinking. This student has demonstrated significant growth throughout their JA experience and demonstrated an ability to face challenges and the courage to overcome those challenges. And the winner is Henry Hurowitz.
Congratulations to all.
Congratulations to all our winners. We are so very proud of you. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for. We will invite back Mr. Eric Yatsi to announce the JA Fellows Company of the Year Awards. Please help me welcome back Mr. Eric Yatsi.
What a journey video that we all went along with those JA Fellows and the outstanding panel of entrepreneurs. But now the big moment is upon us. Let's start handing out the hardware. It's awards time. The first award is the Company Annual Report. The JA Fellows Company Report is an opportunity to showcase the team's overall business performance and what was really learned and achieved through the JA Fellows program experience. The company annual reports were judged on their content, report guidelines, and overall business performance. Third place, One Heart, Calvary Christian Academy. In second place, Good Sense from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. And the winner is Germ Genie from University School. Congratulations. The next award is for Stage Presentation. The stage presentation is the company's opportunity to engage with the judging panel and demonstrate their success, knowledge of the company, and really their overall experiences. The goal here was to bring life to the achievements and the accomplishments and the challenges that those businesses endeavor to find for their audiences. The stage presentations were judged for their content, their organization, and their delivery. All right, third place is Liquid Bag from Beachside Montessori. Nice job. Second place, Good Sense from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. And the big winner for stage presentation is Germ Genie from University School. Congratulations again. The next award is for the best video commercial. We know what that's all about, right? The group who created that commercial that's going to capture the viewer's attention, spotlight the company's product or service in a very memorable way. You got to bring to life the benefits, all the good things that your service does, and you can't let people forget it. You got to hold that attention. It's hard to do. Let's see who did it best. In third place, Gen Genie from NSU. In second place, Tide Liquid Bag from Beachside Montessori. And the winners are tie actually for first place here. Stormy Service for McFadder Technical High School and Turbo Flask from Everglades High School. Congratulations to both of those teams. Hey, reminder, don't forget, make sure you vote for the J.A. Fellows Commercial People Choice Award. You still have a few minutes left. Those winners will be announced shortly. The new J.A. Fellow Awards for 2020, let's shout them out. The Junior Achievement Foundation Teacher of the Year, Kanisha Reynolds from Dillard High School. Congratulations. The Junior Achievement Mentor of the Year, Sandra Welsh from Atlantic Technical High School. Rock on, Sandra. And the Junior Achievement Foundation New School of the Year, that is Beachside Montessori for Liquid Bag. Congratulations to all those winners. Okay, finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Make sure you have your snacks ready. You're home, but we're celebrating your achievements together. The J.A. Fellows Company of the Year Award. You ready for it? Let's get right to it. This award given to the student company showing the highest accumulated score in the following categories: trade booth display, stage presentation, video commercial, and company annual report. Third place goes to Liquid Bag from Beachside Montessori. Congratulations. Second place, Good Sense from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. And the 2020 J.A. Fellows Company of the Year is Germ Genie from University School. Congratulations to you guys at Germ Genie, teachers, students, and volunteers. Wow, what a moment. The advisors as well, everybody involved in making this happen. Congratulations to University School. All of you, though, whether or not you won or not, you really should be proud of the endeavor, the journey that you went on to create these companies. All the work you put in, trust me, it matters in the long run. And the teachers, the advisors, the sponsors, the sharks, the board of directors, the JA staff and parents, all of you guys went into making this happen. So rock on, keep on innovating, keep those ideas flowing. We need you now more than ever. And again, don't log out just yet. Not yet. Announcing the JA Fellows Commercial People Choice Award right now. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you so much for waking up with Local 10 every single morning. I am Eric Yutzi here in the Local 10 studios. Shout out to all you young people. You guys give us a lot of hope.
Congratulations to all of our students, and especially to the 2020 JA Company of the Year. We know this experience has been tremendously valuable for each and every one of you, not only for the business lessons that you've learned, but for the life lessons, such as being resilient, being able to pivot, being a problem solving, having an entrepreneurial mindset. But don't go yet, we still have 2 more awards to announce. The JA Fellows Commercial People's Choice Award that you have been voting for, and 1 more scholarship that we recently received. Now I have 1 more JA Fellow student that will help us with the announcement of those 2 awards. His name is Isaac Hetroni. He also participated of the JA Fellows Company program. His company FitKit also made it to the national competition. He started his very own company right after that event, and it's still growing strong after 4 years. So please help me welcome Isaac. Isaac, are you there?
Hey, I'm here. Thanks so much for the intro, Martha. Happy to be here. But congratulations, the JA Company of the Year winners. I definitely know how hard you worked, so big congratulations to you. And hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm Isaac Hetroni, JA Fellows alum, now a JA South Florida ambassador. And I'm CEO of Imprint Genius. We specialize in the most innovative promotional items and custom apparel options for the marketing industry. Today, I'm glad to announce 2 awards, the JA People's Choice Award and the Comerica Gift of Knowledge Scholarship. Can I jump right into it? So every year, students create a 1-minute commercial about their enterprises, and they are able to choose a charity to support their corporate social responsibility initiatives. 2 weeks ago, we invited you to vote for your favorite commercial, and the winner will win $1,000 to support their charity. You had the chance to vote until a couple minutes ago, and the winner is, drum roll, NSU University School, Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital.
Yay, congratulations.
Next, we are proud to present the Comerica Gift of Knowledge Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. This scholarship supports a deserving youth who is expressing desire to have a career in business or become an entrepreneur, especially during the COVID crisis. It's challenging to continue their education during this crisis. Every JA senior scholarship applicant was considered for this award. And the winner of the Comerica Gift of Knowledge Scholarship is Shatasha Daniels from Dillard High School.
Congratulations to our amazing winners, and thank you so much, Isaac, for helping us out today. We're always super happy and proud to see you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you again to everyone who joined us today. Congratulations to all of our winners. Everybody's a winner today. We are so very proud of you. And I just want to take a quick second to thank all of our sponsors and supporters. We cannot do this without you. I want to thank from the bottom of my heart each and every JA Fellows lead teachers that make this possible. I will not name you, but you know exactly who you are, and I hope to see you again pretty soon in order to implement this program for your next group of students. Obviously, we need to thank our mentors. We couldn't do this without them. They bring the real business world into the classrooms in person and virtually, even before the pandemic. And let me repeat that, even before the pandemic, we did have mentors joining our classes virtually, each and every JA Fellows and JA Company Program class. I also need to thank our amazing JA staff. We have all stepped out of our comfort zones in order to make this event virtual and make it a reality, to celebrate and congratulate all of our JA Fellows students, the more than 600 that join us every year. And finally, thank you for tuning in today, taking time out of your Saturday morning to join us. I hope that you will please consider supporting the Junior Achievement of South Florida organization. We still have another 50,000 students to impact pretty soon. And please be safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful rest of your day.